Welcome to devlog number 0. Apparently, as developers, we have to start even our devlogs with the number 0, just so people know we're programmers, I guess. I don't know. Whatever. Here we are. I've never done one of these before, and I am pretty certain this is going to suck. So we'll just try to get through this and not go on long tangents like I am right now. So what this game is about is it is going to be a little, well, not too little. See, there I go, immediately. Shut up and just talk. Oh, God. So this game is going to be a little third-person, arcadey kind of shooter game. You will be defending this little outpost on the moon from waves of attacking aliens who will be trying to destroy said base. I don't want to spoil too much right now, but I do have kind of all that stuff figured out. So this will kind of be your camera distance and angle. Ignore the offset is really janky right now. It's just a spring arm moved to the side because I got tired of not being able to see through my player's head. That'll be nicer eventually. I am hoping to make this 1 to 4 player co-op. That is what I've worked on doing. The online subsystem and session creation, all that stuff is actually done already. That's all working well. This is my second project it's my second of my own projects and the 5th game I have worked on. I have also worked on projects for other people as a weapons artist and environment artist and a 3D project lead on one of those. Obviously that was like a free profit share kind of deal. No one actually paid me to be a lead 3D artist. Which that experience I will never do again. Actually, one of my other projects, they then offered me the 3D lead, and I was like, no, thanks, but no, never again. So this project is myself. I also have a character artist and a sound and music designer. My character artist, in fact, just gave me the character model for the player today. So I'm really happy with how that turned out. It looks awesome. She's just giving me some updated textures, just really repacking them, which I could do, but I'm lazy. So that is awesome, and I cannot wait to get this thing rigged and animated. That's what I'm going to be working on really shortly. Probably spend like the next month working on that. Been working on getting the base block out and all kind of done. I'm starting to move into the making slightly more finalized assets for it and materials. I really actually struggled with this a lot more than I thought I would, just getting the scale right. I really struggle with sci-fi assets, apparently. I guess just because I can't see real-life examples of how big things would be. In the beginning, I made everything super huge, and you just felt like an ant walking around. So then I did, the basic thing of how you create scale is to make things small, medium, and big, and that seems to work pretty well. See if, you're actually playing from over here. This scale feels pretty good to me. I'm just thinking of these little round ones as just like the little living quarters, and then you've got your various research things, and then the main hub. Player will really only have to defend that middle one, and then some of the other things, which I don't really want to spoil yet. But that's been going fairly well. The landscape I made in Gaia. That was actually the first thing I did on this project. I am really happy with that. I've used Gaia on both my projects. My other project was just a little mobile game, which I certainly don't recommend anyone makes a mobile game for their first project, because it sucks. That was honestly awful, and it was not worth it at all. I did get it on iOS and Android, and it's out there, and it works fine. It's a bug-free game. I got a game out that published 2 things, which was really all I was trying to accomplish. It's not the worst thing ever, especially compared to some of the first games I see people make. But, it is what it is. So other things I've done in this is I do have all the character hero prop things done. You can see we've got the player's weapon here. Grenade is that other weird cylindrical object. The orange one. Still not sure if the orange is a good color for that. I don't know. But then the other 3 things, I won't spoil what they do yet, but they're going to be tools for certain things. So yeah, glad to get all those done. Now with the character done, I can start making animations, and then I can start doing a lot more of the programming and functions, game dev, game loops. Now I'm just throwing out the phrases. The sky I'm really happy with. This is the Ultra Dynamic Skies. Is that technically a plugin? I don't even know. But it actually has a space setting. I thought I was going to have to I did in fact spend a few hours trying to make it work for space, and then I realized that there was a setting in the settings or details for space on a drop down, and that got rid of all the atmosphere and all the shit I was trying to do in like a minute. So would recommend that plugin even if you're doing space. It worked out pretty great. I think it looks awesome. I keep moving where Earth is. I had it over here just because this seems more cinematic. Then I moved it over here thinking the player is really going to be focused in this direction. I don't know. I can't make up my mind. We will see. I guess it's not really that important. But it's easy to move, so, whatever. I made this, also did this really cool landscape texture. As you can see, tiling is pretty much not noticeable at all. It also applies the rock texture automatically to steeper angles, and then the kind of sand pebbly material. The rock texture, I suck completely at making rock textures. I redid this. This is the third time, and basically it got me to a place where I'm like, meh. It's very meh. I guess but I can live with it for now. The main ground texture, I'm actually really happy with how I got that. I made them both in Substance Designer. This one, I think this one looks great. It's pretty much exactly what I imagined, so pretty happy with that one. So, yeah, my current main priorities are going to be rigging and animating the character and continuing to work on this base, turning this stuff into finalized assets. I just used a Blender plugin to generate like a random starship thing with geometry nodes there on the landing pad to have something on the landing pad. Not sure if it's going to be a starship in the end or just be more of these like storage crate things. Probably depends on just if I have time to and the will by the end to make a full-on starship. I did play around with this until I got a shape I like, so I would probably, if I do make it, I'll just take like this shape and try to make it. I just really stuck with sci-fi stuff and just trying to get details that don't, because there's so much like sci-fi. If you look for sci-fi art, there's stuff that looks cool, but it's all like looks cool when it's far away, and then you get close to it, and it's just like weird crap like this with just random shapes sticking out of it, and it doesn't really make sense when you're close to it. So yeah, a lot of iterations on the map design, which you've probably seen as I roll in the footage. But the goal here is to make a fun little arcadey game that you can play with your friends. So I will be trying to do one devlog per month, so if you're interested, feel free to subscribe to see some of that. I think it'll be a pretty fun little game by the time we're done. So yeah, thanks for watching, and good luck on all of your endeavors.